说要，OK，
他有跟我说他要，
好像他们好像还在定那个要什么料，他们好像还在定说要什么料，也是要等药师那边发。
对，要等他们给我们。
那就有东西就先推，看对方的那个 PPT 能不能。
老师，你看一下这边的。
可是我请他没有，我请他才有姓名，然后再回去。
我们两边都开。
到时候再如果是。
所以就是那个。
不能开。
我要开这个的话呢？
要低一点。
我这个荧幕要开这边的画面。没有，这个要大的，不是小的。
这什么？好了
，OK，那把它可以关掉。
这样，
这样很好，
OK
这样好。
好，
啊，所以这边是连这里还是连这里？
是连这里，这里。
我的意思说那只
这个我关掉了，关掉了。
那这个不要关了，因为对方不是会加进来。哦，您说这边的画面可以？他对方有进来吗？
我这么看过。
你要什么？
我要看对方进来。
还没，因为你看人员只有2个。
对，所以我们所以要以那里为主。
没有，两边都会，两边都会。
对，我要因为我要把他加进来，我就扣他。
这边2个人
去扣他。我要看那个我们里面的人员，不是进来的，是我们有邀他过来。
好，那个是他的。没有，
可以用这边打吗？
打字吗？
打 email。Line。邀他进来。我记得来宾有2位。
我打开今天只有看到1位。
还有1位是，这个是回应。不是，还有一个EM。我有叫他进来那个里面。我有 email 给你，你有看到吗？我写信给他的。对方还是没有呢，再叫一次，我从这边看好了。如果不行，我们只好自己开始。这边就不叫人员。
去年还发文章，没有讲什么，但是我14点半，因为我练电是100个小时，我14点14去，我有挑10点半的上，我要换位，我觉得伪评教授反映整个社会的实力上的，那个自身受害的，就。
对方如果没有，我们就只好先开始了，真的。
懂，好是。
有办法吗？
没有，还是2个。
他们为什么都没有进来？
因为他们如果上礼拜之前有进来过的话，基本上他们会直接到那个群组里。
今天有写信给他，然后我有帮他加到那个，什么，加到那个，
在那个 Google Slide
新增成员这里有，在讲成员。
上礼拜有上来看一下，我看到韩国人2位有上来，
对啊，问题是这样没办法欸，这样
所以那台电脑跟这一台的
有像都用我的，
都是用都用
对。
是教就是好像是有考试他们
没有，
还有这个 ELLENARK 啊，对啊，都有把他们加进来啊，可是他们都没有
是说用他们有连接，
他们现在是没有上来，没
对
有。
啊。哦，我记得有个地方可以打电话，ELLE。OK，确定又不等他们了吗？好，那转回来那个，转回来精选画面，
保险。
没办法。
像我财政，是吧？他们的
So we will start without them, or we will be missing some of our class hours. Okay. So last week we talked about food and drink. And what is the topic today? Hello. What is the topic today? What is your topic today?
他这边没有 line， 他没有
Okay.
下载。
Yeah, so also we have another.
是要现在用那个
group.
PPT
对，
And also, yeah, our local areas and some interesting spots.
还是寄到 email 吧，
Some,
下来。
you know, online, they will be presenting.
可以登录你的
It's their request from last week. And also, we are expecting they will be sharing about the trend in the 20s. Okay, so I think if you don't mind, we can start with another group who will be talking about the history and also the place. So, okay, so is your fire ready to hear? So you have your file here already? Okay. 韩国那边不会进来，
哦，
因为他会希望跟你。哦，他们还在跳舞呢，为什么？
是的，没办法登录啊。
也有孩子，不要，就是素的。我们这边先
弄他的 slide，
好，这边先登出好不好？因为他要 line。
是 get 的人吗？
那为什么每次都会要我再寄一次那个 link 给他？link 怎么弄啊？
你要 link 吗？
嘿，link 对。
是机会。
实在是被他打败。
那个没有，
是
应该是这个
然后
对对对。
目前的
对，然后你这个才可以拿到那个 link。
是吗？
你要先
啊，这台没有用。OK，
确录音啊，没有对方接我们的学生。
是等他一下好了。
And like first time.
所以这边登出了嘛，哈。那我用我的镜来呼喊。
啊，有。
Wonderful. Finally. 哎，可以让他们先那个吧，先等一下处理这个，先让他们进来。
有，这边有，
好，
看到了。
好。
Hello, Kelly.
Hi.
We are connected
Kelly.
at last. Can you hear me?
Hi, so nice to meet you. I would like to introduce also our another teacher of the class, Dr. Philip Lin.
Uh-huh.
Hello,
Hi.
nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi, so you finally we met, yeah.
Uh-uh.
Okay, very nice to meet you online, yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
So
so
can
you
you
can also.
introduce?
안녕하세요, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Oh. Yeah. Okay, can you introduce yourselves to us at first?
Okay, let me introduce our class. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this is called cultural integration into the local practice, and this is the name of the course. And in our team, we have two teachers, Dr. Philip and I myself, and we have 22 students, and they are from 10 different countries. And then today, we will have one group that will be introducing, the topic about the trend in the 20s. But we know we are still missing your report from last week. So later, we will listen from your side first.
그러면 여러분들을 한번 소개해 주셔요. 정현부터.
Hello, my name is Jung Hyun Yoon, and we will introduce first your. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, my name is Sung Jo. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Oh, hello. My name is Ah Jung Hwang. Nice to meet you too. Hi, my name is Kyungju Pei. Nice to meet you.
Hi there, this is Kei Hiran, and it's good to see you.
My name is Sang-woo Jung and to meet you.
Hello, my name is Soyeon Park. Nice to meet you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jin-seok Kim, and nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And so we will also, one more student.
My name is Sebin Yoon. Nice to meet you. Hello, my name is Nayeon Kim. Nice to meet you too.
Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah. The title of this lesson is Cross-Cultural Communication. Okay, in
Yeah,
this class.
okay, wonderful.
We missed the last lesson, So can we give you a presentation on the topic of food and drink at first now?
Yes.
Can we?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. 자, 그러면 정현부터.
괜찮아요, 괜찮아요.
Okay. Okay. Our
Korea food and drink. One of my favorite.
Hello, my name is Jung Hyun Yoon, and I'm the leader of this team. I'm going to present the first part. Let me ask the question. Have you ever visited Korea?
Is it Korea? Yeah? Yeah. Yes or no? Yes? Yes, raise your hands. Yes? So many. Okay, about 654 people, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. And I actually went to Taiwan too. When I was 20 years old, and because I participated in a program run by my school. I also made friends of my age in Taiwan. I really enjoyed those memories, so I'm so glad to have another opportunity to talk with so many different people. Also, I hope that our presentation you can take a deeper interest in Korea.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ah Jung Hwang, the producer of this PPT. I'm going to give the presentation of the second part, and I have prepared Korean food and drink myself for your understanding. In addition, I'm very happy to meet you all through this class. My presentation is maybe lacking a lot, but I prepared my best, so I would appreciate it if you could listen with a generous heart. I hope we can share and exchange many things with each other through this presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Sung Jo, and I'm currently studying in the Department of Radiologic Science at Catholic University of Busan. I am responsible for research and assisting with the presentations. My favorite hobby is bowling because it is a sport that people all ages and genders can enjoy. My dream is to spread positive energy and have a good influence on many people. I would appreciate it if you listen to my presentation attentively.
Okay, can you hear?
Yes.
Before we begin, let me ask you one more question. Have you ever tried any Korean food or drinks?
Every week.
Every week.
For me, every week, at least once.
For some
Good.
people, every week. And then maybe for some of them,
Every month? Once every month?
month. Okay,
Yeah.
very often.
Right.
Good. Our main theme today is Korean food and drink. First, we will introduce traditional Korean food, and secondly, we will also learn about representative Korean food in Busan, where our Catholic University of Busan is located. Third, we will introduce non-traditional Korean food. There are foods that have changed into Korean style, even though they are non-traditional. First, we will introduce traditional Korean drinks. And lastly, we will introduce non-traditional drinks that Koreans enjoy. First, I will introduce traditional Korean food. The first food I will introduce is gimbap. Kim means seaweed and pap means rice. It is a rice wrapped with various ingredients and dried seaweed. Usually, eggs, fish cakes, ham, spinach, carrots, and cucumbers are inside the gimbap. Not only that, but you can also add your favorite foods. If you eat gimbap, what ingredients do you want to put in it?
Ingredient.
Anybody?
Avocado.
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 Avocado. Oh, good. And it will be avocado gimbap. Gimbap is rich in nutrients because it contains various vegetables and meat. Therefore, kimbap is one of the foods that many Koreans enjoy eating. This is kimbap. That I bought at the convenience store of the college before this lecture started.
They are holding kimbap. I'm hungry.
The kimbap name, this kimbap name is bulgogi kimbap. And bulgogi is also a traditional Korean food.
Bulgogi kimbap.
They bring the real food vegetable.
So we're getting hungry, yeah. You're holding it.
After heating the kimbap in the microwave, you can eat it easily and quickly by eating it one by one. And the second traditional food is kimchi. Kimchi is the most representative Korean food that has been handed down for a long time. Korean kimchi is made by fermenting salted cabbage with garlic, ginger, red pepper powder, green onions, and salted fish. Korean kimchi has different ingredients for each reason. As shown in the picture on the left there, you can make kimchi with radish instead of cabbage. Not only that, but in the summer, we also make kimchi with cucumbers or young radishes. Kimchi is made differently by region. Let me briefly introduce kimchi in Busan, where this college is located. Busan
So log out. We have to log in again. Can they hear us? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Hi. By the way, do you all eat kimchi? Do you all eat kimchi? Yeah. Not too spicy for you.
Yeah.
There are lots of new open Korean restaurants in Haichong. Yeah, because of the Korean wave getting more popular. Yeah.
Can you
Okay, back.
hear Carrie?
Yeah, back on track. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah. Thank you.
Keep going.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. You. Okay, I will introduce more about represent Korean reference food in Busan.
Okay. Busan. Just for waiting. Yeah. But you've been to Busan? When have you been to Busan? Yeah, definitely different from Seoul. Yeah, Busan is a good place to visit. Okay, yeah, we're back. Right, brilliant. So you can continue. Thank you. Okay. Kimchi. We missed the Busan part. I think the kimchi part is finished. Yeah, I'm getting hungrier.
Okay, kimchi is made different.
Oh. I think we have to skip the kimchi. Start from the kimchi. Right. Keep jumping out for some reason. Okay, more stable now. Right. Okay. Busan. Yeah, that's the Busan food.
That
Copy.
okay. Okay, continue. That food name is pork and rice soup. And pork and rice soup is the food in which meat and rice are rolled up in a broth made of pork bones. And pork and rice soup is 돼지국밥 in Korean. 돼지 means pig and 국밥 is a combination of soup and rice. Pork and rice soup is a food culture that is only spread in Busan and Gyeongsang. It is believed to have started
I think we're waiting. We should have the food ready on the table. Very unstable. Right. Okay. Again. Right. We're back again. The pork with rice.
Why don't we get started?
Okay. Yeah. You can continue, please. Thank you.
This pork and rice soup is believed to have started in 1950s and 1960s when refugees cooked rice with pig byproducts, which were easy to get during the Korean War. In conclusion, pork and rice soup was born in background of Korean's historical war and refused and has been with Busan's history. Okay. And the third topic is Korean non-traditional food.
Non-traditional Korean food.
Yeah.
Right. Seriously, I'm getting hungry. Okay. Right, non-traditional Korean food.
Okay. Non-traditional Korean food we will introduce is pork cutlet. And pork cutlet is a food in which pork is sliced and fried in oil. Pork cutlet is called 돈가스 in Korean. Pork cutlet came to Japan from Western cutlets and was introduced to Korea. It is a food that many Koreans enjoy because it has the advantage of being cheap and generous. Therefore, in Japan, if you use cabbage to capture the greasy taste of pork cutlet, Korean pork cutlet captures the greasy taste with kimchi, green pepper, and soybean paste. The next non-traditional food to introduce is curry. Curry is a dish of rice with sauce with various toppings and spices. Curry is kare in Korean. Isn't similar to English. Curry started in India, passed through England and Japan, and came to Korea. Korean curries are different from curries in other countries. Korean curries have a yellow color compared to other curries. This is because Korean curry has a higher turmeric content to focus on the spicy taste and be healthy to suit Korean tastes. Although it is a non-traditional food like this, you can see the change to Korean style.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Next, let me introduce the first topic, traditional Korean. The most representative traditional Korean drink is 식혜. 잠시만요. Shall we all say 식혜 together?
Yeah, yes. I know this.
Okay, thank you. 식혜 is sweet and cool drink made of rice, It is effective in relieving symptoms such as indigestion, vomiting, and diarrhea. Have you all experienced discomfort due to indigestion? I have. I have also experienced indigestion due to overeating, and this shike is said to help. Now, are you curious about this drink now? Koreans customarily eat a lot of fatty foods during the holidays, so they used to often eat shike, which served as a natural digestive medicine for dessert. Shike has continued this long tradition, and like this, it has been commercialized and sold on the market until now.
This is
I
quite
wish-
special. This one is quite special. Where that man job. Right. Yeah, for this one, it's very special. I don't think you can find this in Taiwan's Korean restaurants. Yeah, you can only find it in Korea. Unless you know the shape. Yeah, maybe they can make it privately for you if you know them, but very beautiful. Yeah. Maybe. It's like I think it's sweet, tastes sweet. It's like a rice soup. Yeah, I like rice soup, but specially made. Like more watery? More watery, yeah. Yeah. And it's more like a dessert, I'll say. Yeah. If you want to try it, go to Busan. Only for this. Very, you can't find it. Probably one or two restaurants I tried it before.
Okay,
Yeah,
you like
very
it?
special occasion, the chef for the honor.
Did you like
They
it?
make it. Yeah. They're quite good as a dessert. It's not bad. After meal. After meal, yeah.
Looks not that good. It looks like something your mom gave you when you were sick.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, we eat porridge.
Porridge, yeah, we do.
And then just like what you said, when you are sick, and then it's good because it's very easy to digest.
Still going?
You know?
Still going? Hello?
可以帮我打字吗？
Things good happening. No, I feel like tonight I need to go to a Korean restaurant. Yeah, back here? Yeah, right, cool. Okay.
Kelly. Hello, Kelly.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. Yes,
Can
we
you-
can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes, yes,
We haven't finished our presentation yet.
right.
So can we
Yeah,
present?
please continue. Yes.
Okay, right
Yeah, we are
now.
all here. Yeah, listening, no problem.
As you can see, shike has become a drink that can be enjoyed anytime, anywhere. Another traditional drink is grain powder. Grain powder is called 미숫가루 in Korea. Mi숫가루 is a drink made of various grains steamed, dried, roasted, and ground. It is more difficult than you think, right? It is usually mixed with milk or water and added sugar or honey.
Very
Many
healthy.
people enjoy drinking it as a healthy food because each main ingredient is beans. In addition, it is rich in nutrients and gives you a feeling of fullness. So many people drink them for diet or meals. As a final topic, I will introduce non-traditional drink in Korea. The first drink I'm going to introduce is energy drink. Energy drink is a high caffeine stimulant. Energy drink was first introduced as Red Bull in Australia and was imported into the country. Energy drinks are consumed by many students to recover from fatigue during exam. I also drink it as a necessity when I have to stay up late, like during an exam period. It has a variety of flavors such as mango, apple, lemon, and peach. However, it is delicious and reduces fatigue but requires moderate consumption because drinking too much is bad for your health. The last non-traditional Korean drink I'm going to introduce is bubble tea. Bubble tea is a tea drink with tapioca powder in it, such as milk tea, and it was first started in Taiwan and became famous all over the world. In Korea, Taiwanese bubble tea brand Gongcha has been popular among young people for a long time. This Gongcha is also a bubble tea I bought from Gongcha near my school. Even now, Gongcha is loved by many people by releasing various kinds of bubble teas, such as smoothies and coffee, in addition to milk tea. So far, I have presented about Korean food and drink. Thank you for your focus.
Like to ask the question? Any one of you like to ask a question about Korean food and drinks? Yeah, there's one question, please. One question for them.
Yeah.
Since they have tried so much.
You say that Red Bull is from Australia, isn't it from Austria?
Which one?
That's also Red Bull because it's like Austrian. It's like it's a neighbor country. We know this for pretty sure.
Okay. So any of the drink that
Yeah,
you mentioned
Red
is
Bull.
from,
Red Bull.
oh, okay, it's from Austria,
Yeah,
Europe?
not Australia. Yeah. Maybe it's they confuse the countries, I think. No worries.
I think they say this monster, right?
Yeah, but it's Austria, not Australia.
It's Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Austria and Europe now.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation.
Yeah.
Are you staying, one more hour or you will get offline right now, Dr. Kim? We cannot hear you.
So to use the microphone?
Kelly, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think it's time to wrap it up. Yeah,
Okay. So do you have 3 minutes? Then I can go through our students to introduce their name and also their country. Then 3 minutes.
Excuse me, I can't hear you exactly.
Yeah, can you have 3 minutes for us? So that
sure.
We will ask our students to go through and introduce their name and their country.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
讲一下你们的名字 your name and your country. Quickly, they only have 3 minutes.
Hello, hello. My name is Yu Jun. I'm from Taiwan. Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Dory. I come from Malaysia.
Hello, Malaysia.
My name is Yong Jie. I'm from Taiwan.
Okay, another student from Taiwan.
Hello, I'm Sandra. I'm from Spain.
Sandra from Spain.
Hello, I'm Maria and I'm from Estonia.
From Estonia.
Hello, I'm Melissa from Belgium.
Okay, Alyssa from Belgium. Hello, I'm Olivia from China. Okay, from China.
Hello, I'm Esther. I'm from China mainland too.
Okay, Esther.
Hello, I'm Nayan from France.
Okay, our student from France.
Hello, my name is Paul and I'm also from France. My name is Leo and I'm from France. My name is Mateusz, I'm from Poland. Nice to meet you guys.
Okay, from Poland.
My name is Liu Hangyi from China. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Enrico and I'm from Germany.
Hello, my name is Philip and I'm also from Germany.
Hello, my name is Stella. I'm from Indonesia. Okay. Okay, so at least you get the name and the countries. So you can double check with the list we have provided. So next time, even though you don't hear the presentation through online, but they will be recording as well. So I will send you files after they finish their recording about their presentation. So next week, will you still have another presentation about the trends for the 20s?
I think it's cultural trends in our 20s.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so next week, and there will be 2 presentations from you if we can get online early.
But I've heard that you have a spring vacation next week. Is that right?
That's right.
So we can meet on April 14th. Is that right?
Yes, April 14th. Our next class.
Okay. We can meet at that time. Okay,
Thank
everyone.
you very much.
자, 인사드리겠습니다. Everyone say goodbye to them. 고맙습니다. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you. Thank you.
Just
Okay.
feels in.
Yeah, we will still continue, okay, with our presentation and the recording will still continue. And therefore, we start with your group. Because yes, okay, your group. All right. Okay, so you are ready, right, in the files. So,
Yes, I want to.
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Ernie. And today we are looking at the cultural difference between comparing Taichung and in Taiwan and Busan in South Korea. Culture affects how people live and talk to each other. Taichung and Busan are both lively cities, but their cultures are different. Knowing these differences help us see the world better and get along with people from different places. Let's start this trip to learn about the cultures. About the language and communication in Taichung, people mostly speak Mandarin and Taiwanese Hokkien. They use nice words and talk in a not too straight way to be polite and keep a good relationship. This comes from Chinese culture. In Busan, people speak Korean, and there is a special local way of speaking. They use special words to show respect for older people or those with higher status. At work, they talk more directly, but these language differences between because their categories and how their societies are set up. As for art and shows, Taichung really likes traditional Chinese arts like calligraphy, painting, and puppet shows. These arts have been around for a long time. Also, Taichung is getting more into modern art. These shows can keep old traditions and try new things. In Busan, there are traditional Korean arts art based on old houses, traditional music, and mask dances. At the same time, modern things like K-pop and dance are popular. Busan can hold on to its old culture, which will also be part of the new trends. The arts in both cities depend on their own cultures. And about food, Taichung's night markets have lots of yummy local food. Skin tofu, bubble tea are very popular. The food is a bit like Fijian food because of past migrations. Night markets are also a fun place for people to meet and have a good time. Busan, near the sea, has a great fresh seafood. Seafood pancakes and fish cakes are well liked. Korean barbecue with many sized dishes is a common meal. Taichung's food makes local and nearby region ideas, and Busan food is because of its location by the sea. And the festivals and celebrations, Taichung has a lantern festival with bright lanterns and line dances. And it also has a new Taiwan International Balloon Festival. Picture. Busan has a famous international film festivals and the Sun Festival, which celebrates its beaches. The festivals show that Taichung can combine old and new, and Busan is a big places for culture and fun. Just a little. In short, Taichung and Busan have different cultures in how they talk, what art they have, what they eat, and what festivals they celebrate. These differences are normal and give us the chance to learn. Understanding them help us respect different cultures and makes the world better place. Thanks for coming with me to learn about this topics.
Okay, so now we'll talk about location and geography of Taiwan, Taichung and Busan. So Taichung is situated in central Taiwan on the western side of the island, as you can see, and it lies near the central mountain range. But Busan is located in the south of Korea. Alongside the Korean Strait, it is surrounded by hills, mountains, making it one of the most mountainous cities in South Korea. So while both cities are near the ocean, Busan has more mountainous areas, but Taichung has a mix of coast plains and mountains. Taichung has a subtropical climate with mild winters and hot, humid summers, and it also experiences fewer typhoons than other parts of Taiwan. Busan also has humid climate, but it's experienced colder winters and hot, rainy summers influenced by the season. In terms of terrain, Taichung has a diverse landscape with coastal areas, hills, and high mountains from the central mountain range. Taichung has more flat land near the coast, and Taichung is located along the Taiwan Straits, and has major rivers like the Daija River and the Dadu River. Busan is also a major city with the Nakdong River and is the longest river in like South Korea. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's good. No, that's good. Not often. It's his problem.
Okay, this okay?
The next one.
Okay. Okay. When speaking of some historical developments, we can divide that into three main segments. So that would be colonial history, economic growth, and urban development. So both Taiwan and South Korea share one thing. It was under Japanese influence in Taiwan from 1895 to 1945, and South Korea, the Japanese influence and annexation from 1876 to 1945 as well. So under Japanese influence in Taichung, an infrastructure and urban planning has been developed, such as roads, railways, and government buildings has been built. Western-style city planning has been introduced, such as grid line streets, zoning. Japanese policies also allowed rice and sugar production to develop that influenced growth of local economy. And one of the notable structures here you can see it's Taichung City Hall, previously Taichung Prefectural Hall that was built in 1913. And Busan became the first international port under Japanese influence in 1876. Later, it became a major transport and trade hub. And similar to Taichung, Japanese constructed many railways, industrial zones, and urban districts. And until today, some areas of Busan, like Choryandong, still reflect Japanese era architecture and street designs. Thank you, sir. So, speaking of economic growth in Taiwan, the period is post Second World War industrialization. In South Korea, in Busan, this is slightly different because it's post-Korean War recovery period. But both Taichung and Busan are significant prosperity zones. So in Taichung, after 1945, it became center for light manufacturing. And by the late 20th century, it emerged as a leader in precision machinery, as well as aerospace industries. Nowadays, modern economy is more diversified, and it's diversified into tourism, finance, and innovation. And the development is also highly spurred by high-speed rail. Whereas Busan, during the Korean War, temporarily it became a capital that naturally attracted some refugees and businesses. Also, Busan inhabitants experienced strong development of shipbuilding and okay, so they experienced development of shipbuilding and automobile industries in 60s and 70s. And nowadays, obviously, the Busan port is 6th world's busiest container port. That is worth noting. You can see it here. And also, they put strong emphasis on tourism and service industry growth. Thank you. And and urban developments. Taichung puts emphasis on green spaces and its development, such as Calligraphy Greenway, that really balance modern development. Also growth around high-speed rail and industrial zones, and some example that could be the area around high-speed rail station that became business district. Also, some architectural evolution. Taichung could be considered as a mix of Japanese era buildings, modern designs, and some great example here is building of National Taichung Theater that you can admire. It looks beautiful. And Busan faces some geographical challenges that our dear friend just mentioned, such as mountainous terrain that limits urban expansion, that translates into vertical growth and coastal expansion. And some good example here is LCT The Sharp, the skyscraper that is 411 meters tall. Also, Busan developed system of highways, and its great example is Wangan Bridge, that is about 7.5 kilometers long. It's so beautiful and magnificent, but I have sacrificed one whole slide just for this bridge. Yeah, I really like it. It's beautiful. So that would be our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to add a bit of comments. Normally, Korea is compared to Taiwan because in the 1990s, they used to be called the Four Small Dragons. Asia Four Small Dragons. Which four? Can you guess? In the 1990s, globally, there's a saying. There are four small Asian dragons. Which four countries are included in this four? Taiwan, yeah.
Korea.
Korea, yeah.
Japan.
Japan. Japan is a big one. I think the four small one. I think Japan is a big one. It's a big dragon at the time. I think it's another two. Taiwan, Korea, Singapore, and there's one more. I think it's in Hong Kong. I'm not sure.
Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, and Hong Kong. It is the big dragon.
Yeah, but in terms of the democratic development, the path is so similar between Taiwan and Korea. The way we have local campaigns to challenge the government and everything, the process and the timing is so similar. So normally people compare with these two, and they all geographically squeeze in between the mainland China and Japan. So there's also a connection between Korea to the US. So now it's split into North and South, right? South Korea, and Busan is the port to the south. So geographically, it's also very important. When you mention in Busan, they have this old Japanese building. In Taichung, we also have the very similar old Japanese building. It's now the Manga Museum. Yeah, if you check the Taichung Manga Museum, I think they changed it into the Manga Museum. But that building is actually, when you look at it, it's like a very old Japanese style, conservative, kind of building style. Yeah, you can have a look as well. I think that's a tourist site. Yeah, for the Manga Museum. Yeah.
Thank you for adding up all the knowledges that can pick up some of the old and also very important history. Thank you for the presentation. And then now let's move to the next presentation. And you all know that when you go back, you need to do the recording with were you here last week? Do you know you need to make the recording again? Yeah, by yourself, and then the same contents, with more clear information, so that we can share with our partner. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So are you ready?
Yeah, Lorene's got here. Yeah, she got like a lot of information.
And so, are you able to do the presentation?
You can wait for her.
You wait for her. Okay, so we can have 10 minutes break.
Yeah.
And then also by the time, because today we'll be sharing your points, so we can upload your slide into the laptop. So take 10.
No, no, ich frage, ich hatte schon mal gefragt, wenn ich arbeiten. Are you getting mute? Is it mute? Yeah, like 2 minutes. Oh.那跟我老公骑有骑，骑骑骑，再跟我跳不起。我让电视剧变得快半年。这个，天理不能。不好意思，是哪里的？Ich muss ja im Chat gewesen sein, das ist zu schnell. Danke, Nomi. Und das Design ein bisschen Mühe geben. It's too cute, yeah. Make sure it's too cute. Damit können wir auf jeden Fall mal arbeiten. Einmal eine Grundidee. I did it. Und was soll ich sagen? Einen Daumen nach oben. 直接讲，也是在内容。
我没有成功，
这个我今天早上，哦，是对，是我们三十年的。
再搞一张完了同学，很多人在听大家，距离上次放的2个小时。然后我去老板的微信，我现在每天我不要骗取。
你们需要放我电脑吗？还有用到我电脑，因为要开这个空景。还有需要我就是什么房间的空景，不管的。不用了，
And like if one is fine, you have to doing the presentation, like maybe like this work, you want to give some yeah.
Or just
I said it had to be at work, but today calling you. No, you don't have to upload, you can like do team and you share the screen and do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so for today, so you need to check this.
No,
Directly
on this day.
恢复了。
没有，我们是要先把东西做完，像这个然后我们上次那个 discussion，
那个下，
都在做的这个图片里面。One slide，不想要可以但是你找把它想成别人的那种，但是我不一样，到4月知道叫。因为这里在哪里？因为很少在房间里。怎样？哦，thanks。对呀，那这样东西就是设好一个。
那个地步，有一个 bridge park， 现在搞。
We do grammar. And it's my first time doing grammar, so I kind of like, I don't know, like, we have to like, be able to do the groups and get the profile.
It's still not. Unless beginning of going forward, then.
Yeah, about that.
That's right. Filming is about one level.
Yeah.
That's gonna be very curious of the. I just see all the. Alright, so please ready to go to. So we set the time and together. Alright.
Because I just asked my teacher about.
Yeah, because we also do the recording at the same time, so you can microphone. Even though you're.
So we have to do recording before after.
Still need to do that. Because the different purpose. This is just multiply. friends in our.
Oh, God. Should we get one?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It's all right.
Thank you. Hello everyone, and today we are glad to share the cultural dreams in our 20s. And we came from different cultural background, but we all share a strong interest in this vibrant and creative age group. In the following presentations, and we will explore how young people in their 20s express themselves through three perspectives: French fashion, American dating culture, and Chinese shopping habits. And we hope that today's sharing will deepen your understanding of the lifestyle of young people across different cultures and provide some new insights into cultural integration.
So I'm going to talk about the fashion trends and comparing the two countries, Taiwan and France, where I'm from. So in both countries, fashion is a form of self-expression for young adults. At this age, many people seek to assert their identity through their style. In Taiwan, one fashion is heavily influenced by K-pop. Many looks are inspired by Korean idols featuring oversized clothing, pastel color, and cute accessories, but also by streetwear. They'll wear sneakers, cargo pants, caps, and it's like a casual cool outfit. And to conclude, by the teen girl and boy, it's social media like Instagram really dictates trends with still like the clean girl aesthetic with very minimalist and simple outfit. Wherever there's also a strong emphasis on comfort with young people preferring practical and relaxed clothing. So about the fashion in France, I think it's more minimalist. We can see three different styles. They are the most famous, I think, but it's very diversified. So the first one is Parisian influence. Fashion is more minimalist, chic, and timeless. The focus is on the well-tailored basic like jean, trench coat, or blazer. We have also like Taiwan, the streetwear. With sneakers, cargo, caps, and baggy clothes. And the General Suzanne is also starting to break the rules with more Itsuka, in French, flashy color, and a lot of clothes that is stay. So to conclude, we can see that there are a lot of similarity in both countries. Fashion is a tool for self-expression and a way to follow social media trends. But also young people are increasingly mixing different style and influence to express their uniqueness. But there are also difference in Taiwan fashion lean toward Asian trend with a cute and proper aesthetic. But in French, fashion is more about minimalist and sustainability.
So now I'm going to talk about dating etiquette in the US. And I'm from the Bay Area, so I'll mostly be talking about how it is. I'll mostly be talking about how it is like near me. We very much have a casual dating culture. Most people are focused on school and getting a job, so they aren't really concerned with like dating. And if they are dating, it's just for fun. Hookup culture is very prevalent, and people mostly use these apps to find people. They do have like different purposes, sort of. So for Tinder, it's mostly like hookups, and then Hinge is supposed to be like the more serious one. But it's also not really that great because people also use it for hookups. And then Bumble, that's the one I've heard most success stories from. Because like women make the first move on that app and they tend to be a little bit more successful. Yeah. And also my area is very Asian, so there's like this culture on TikTok, for like ABGs and ABBs. It stems from like, I think like gang culture. There used to be like Vietnamese gangs who like sell drugs and stuff, and then they have like this certain like baddie aesthetic, and now it's been appropriated into just like girls who wear fake lashes and go to raves and drink a lot of milk tea. And like the typical date in my area would be a boba date, and then we could go to like Communication Hills, which is like this viewpoint that everyone goes to. I should have one more slide. Okay, well, I guess my other slide isn't showing up, so now I'll talk about how dating culture is in Taiwan. So in Taiwan, I think dates to the movies are more common, and in America, we think it's bad because you can't talk, but it's more common in Taiwan. And there's like lots more things to do, like night markets. So we can go out and do stuff, whereas at home, there's nothing really to do. So we just go to like viewpoints and sit in parking lots. And then usually in America, the men pay, and in Taiwan, it's not really like a set expectation. They'll only do that like if they like really, really like you. And the most common way of meeting people is through friends. So like if you have a friend who introduces you to a friend, that's like the most common way. Or if you're hanging out with a big group and then you meet a mutual friend.
Okay, now I want to introduce the trend in shopping habits between Taiwan and China mainland. Okay, first, like we can see Shopee. This application is very popular in Taiwan among young people and of course like other people. Shopee is one of Taiwan's most popular e-commerce apps, attracting youth with free shipping, deals, and flash sales. And also, I bought things on it too. It's very convenient for us. And also night market. Night markets are like iconic in Taiwan, offering diverse goods and street food at affordable prices with strong local flair. And also there is a night market next to our school. Jingyi Night Market is very wonderful, and the food here is very delicious. Another one is like attentive in-store service. Staff in convenience stores or department stores often provide friendly service like gift wrapping and flexible return policies. And it's not that often in China mainland because like people here are used to buy things online. And in China mainland, we can see e-commerce dominance platforms like Taobao, Jingdong, with like live stream shopping and mega sales. For example, single day is very crazy for people to buy things online with like lots of discount and also shaping consumer habits. Another one is mobile payment, like landmark pay. Oh, sorry, I think it's like there is something wrong with my slide, so I'll change it later. And also mobile payment is very popular in China mainland because like everyone here, they go out without their wallets. Instead, they take their phone to like pay everything. And last is faster paced consumption. High logical efficiency like next day delivery, it's very convenient for us to buy things online because like deliveries, they give you like maybe next day or 2 days later. So it's very convenient for young people to buy things online.
And thank you for listening today. And through today's journey, we hope to show that despite differences in cultural backgrounds and lifestyles across countries, young people in their 20s share many commonalities. And in fashion, dating, and shopping, they all reflect the pursuit of individuality, freedom, and a better life by young people. And we believe that it is precisely these commonalities and differences that make cultural exchange and integration more interesting and meaningful. And we hope that today's story has provided you with new perspectives, and we look forward to continue to explore and appreciate the unique beauty of different cultures in the future. And thank you.
Questions?
Question?
Questions? For example, they mentioned that people in Taiwan, when they are dating, maybe they prefer to go to the cinema or watching movies. But from the United States perspective, it's not a good idea because they don't talk. What do you think?
Yeah, well, they still go to cinema. Well, Taiwanese students
Do you go to cinema for dating?
for dating.
Huh?
Where do you go when you go dating?
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
You go to the night market? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is romantic, right? No, just where do people go for dating? Cinema, really? Like restaurant, coffee shop,
Or cinema, movie.
and what's garden park, something like that.
I kind of agree. You mentioned because if you go to cinema, you can't really talk. So I like to go to cinema by myself. I don't even go with my friends because you can't talk. What's the point?
I think like Americans just will talk.
Any others?
I think it's never only talk, just friends with family.
All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. I can do some like.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know.
Or any feedback about the dress? Any feedback about the wearing dress
Fashion.
or shopping habits?
Well, it's compared with French kind of Paris fashion. Taiwan is a bit awkward because Paris is more like a leading, in fashion.
Yeah.
It's like Milan, So Taiwan is more like a second tier, third tier, kind of ranks countries in the layers. So yeah, but talking about it's quite common in streetwear.
Hence, actually, there's a big need and a big wave from the Asian world as well.
Yeah, talking about designer brand, the Paris is probably the leading place. But I think all the young people are following streetwear, so it's quite popular. Yeah, right. In a way, Taiwan fashion is also influenced by Japan and US. Yeah, in terms of fashion.
Any of you? If not, then we will go group by group, for your perspective on those two topics. You can talk about fashions, trends, or you can talk about history places.
And also the last one, the shopping habits.
Okay, let's go back.
Kind of reminds me that I've seen a video in mainland. You can actually order takeaway food in a park, and the drone will deliver. So, all right.
It's the drone.
Yeah.
We were at the Formula One event last weekend, and there, like in the general admission area, something was delivered by drone to the people who were sitting there. It was insane to look at.
Yeah. That's why, because people arguing that the mainland can go so faster in terms of online payment and everything. they kind of skip the credit card period because they don't have the system it's very different from the rest of the world. So they don't have the credit card system, so they kind of skip. That's why, but yeah.
It's an important point.
Yeah, economically, because the reason why everyone is asking, I think China's kind of online or e-system evolved so quickly is because they skip the kind of credit card period from cash directly jumps into online directly. Yeah.
But for example, we use Alipay too, and therefore we needed a credit card.
Yeah.
So it's the same for the mainlanders, right? You need a credit card to access Alipay, or how does it work?
Yeah.
You use Alipay, right?
We have your bank card with your Alipay.
Ah,
So actually, the money you pay by Alipay is from your bank card
Yeah.
or credit card.
You have to link it's a credit card to
Alipay. Don't actually need a credit card. You can just, okay.
So they kind of skip very quickly. So now I know no one brings your wallet. But if you go to Japan or Korea, everyone still, you still have the wallet just in case. And Taiwan, you can see we are now finally, only from these few years, we go into the online payment system. So Line Pay or something, yeah.
And then we have lots of people. So like we can offer people with like lots of kind of jobs. But here in Taiwan, I think it's easy for us to get used to the e-pay. But instead, the government insists or encourage people to pay by their money because like in this way, they can provide more jobs for people. Right?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. That's true. That's true, yeah. But I don't know, I saw some clips showing the next generation robots. I'm really worried about jobs. I think we're all losing, jobs, even me. Yeah, we don't need a teacher anymore. Yeah, so so anyway, yeah. So, but what reason reminds me that because I've seen so many videos showing the mainland's e-commerce system is getting so evolved quickly. I think another reason is also because they have a central government in control of the system as well. So it's easy to operate their policies. For us, it's difficult to integrate so many e-commerce companies at the moment in Taiwan. So you have so many choices for paying your bills. You have so many ways of doing it, and they haven't integrated into one or two yet.
You have to consider too that this is like how the economic system works. It's a competition, how like you make people thrive to go for more, so it has benefits. But there, I think it's not black and white. I think there are many different perspectives to consider.
Yeah. So I think it's the political system and the government style also includes the way you do it. But I was told, I don't know, my student went to London the other day and told me in London they don't use cash much anymore in many restaurants. Yeah, they just use credit cards. They don't take cash anymore. Yeah. But in Taiwan, it's like cash everything. Yeah. So it's a bit annoying. You have to find the ATM all the time, and then And I know in Taiwan, if you go to the night markets, some of them finally use line pay, but we still cash only because of the tax reasons. Well, for them, they don't have to pay tax, they just get cash. So, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Yeah, I think they're all very interesting topics. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Let's continue with the sharing part. And then for each of you, share either one topic. Okay, you can choose one to talk about the cultural trends in the 20s, or you want to talk about place and history. Okay, so take yours.
We didn't experience it.
Are you prepared?
Yes, yes.
You have a slide share. Okay, yeah, so do you want to upload from Teams? Do you think it's earlier or maybe here? How about this one?
You went to the Formula One Shanghai.
Yes.
Ah,
Then from Hong Kong to Shenzhen.
long time ago when they decided to go to China, Manchester for the first 3 months, I was the translator for Formula One management. Yeah, at the time I hosted like a lot of managers from their broadcasting companies. So it's the first time they want to do it. The best I want to do it. So the London company kind of invited them out as a hoster, trying to show that we have the advisors to do that. There have been a lot of arguments because mainland want to do it by themselves. They just want to adopt the technology and technique. They don't want to hire the whole team.
Yeah.
But in London, they want to show you we have the whole team. And we are the only one who can find and do that. Because for broadcasting, Formula One is actually very high tech.
Yeah.
All the cables and everything.
Yeah.
Because it's about seconds. Seconds. So
It's like about 20 seconds and
Yeah.
hundreds, so it's insane.
it's back in like millennium, like 2004, 5. The first time the one who was race in China.
It's
Cool. Even the motor was gonna be louder, I think. They were louder. Nowadays, it's not that loud.
And I'm aware they have the camera on top of the race car.
Yeah.
It can actually every like 10 minutes it will automatically change the inside. Baby. I learned that from the experience.
Yeah.
Been there.
How often did you go to?
So not often. So basically we just interpret and help them communicate.
So I'm a big fan. I saw the first win of 2007 Red. We forget about the race day, but the sprint race was good.
Yeah.
It was interesting. But it was, for me, it was like so surprising because the Shanghai circus is like so far away from the city center. It's like a different city. It's like not, it's like 1.5 hours, I think it was away from the city center. It's insane. And it was still Shanghai.
Yeah, it was really big, really big. China is totally different. Totally different.
Be interesting though. Shanghai's not the biggest. Chongqing is the biggest one. Maybe I get to see the Have you been there? Have you been to Chongqing? Yeah. 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 Hong Kong. Yes. That's do you recommend going there? Or?
Yeah, I should. It's special for me. It's not the first space for me. Breakfast.
It's a big stomach. Is it as modern as it seems like? Is it as modern?
Not as much more as They have some old style.
Sure, then please ask your points later. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's magic. If you think you are in the first ball, but maybe it's not. Yeah, it's the ball.
You ready?
Hello, I'm going to present 3 places in Spain. The first one is this one, is Templo de Debod. It was given from Egypt to Spain, and it's like inside of a park, and a lot of people go to see it. And also in the park, you can do a picnic and walk and see the things. The next one is the Royal Palace, that you can walk inside. You need to book it first, and it's really interesting about the architecture that they have and how the kings lived in that time. And the last one is this one, Plaza Mayor, that a lot of people go there, take a coffee and to enjoy a meal. But in the past was a place that people were public executed. so the people can just watch it. So this one is the Chateau de Bouillon. It's one of the biggest castles in Belgium and one of the oldest ones as well, from the 9th century, if I'm not wrong. Then we have l'Atomium. It's a building. It's one of the national building that it's just a vault and you can visit them. And it was created after a European expedition that was held in Belgium. And lastly, we have the Roman Campus. It's it represents a little boy that's just peeing, and we tend to clothe him in different clothing depending on different holidays. So if it's the French National Day, he would be wearing traditional French.
Okay, and in Estonia, I only chose castles because these are like the most famous ones we have. This one is in Rakvere. It has like a hole in front of it, and the ones you can see here, here, and here are castles in our old town, like in the capital city. So the summer, the spring, and oh no, maybe autumn, and then also winter. So yeah, when you go to Estonia, every city you go to, you will have a castle there as well. That's it.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Very nice place to see. Exactly. Wonderful. Yeah. And then next group, who wants to share? Friends? You have, oh, okay. Yeah, actually, like, we prepare online of the Taiwan and Congress, like a conversation of places and stories. First, like National Place Museum, we and compare with our museum issue, and next they continue National Park, compare with Roman. Yeah, how to analyze the Taiwan Confucius Temple with Shaolin Temple. First, it's like National Place Museum. This is what like the most famous collections of these. And now it's our Yinshi Museum. Historical background. Yinshi is like the first capital city in Chinese history confirmed by historical records. The site provides cultural evidence of Shang Dynasty, exists as a key of location for understanding ancient Chinese civilization. And next is like Kandian National Park with Lumen Shiku. First is Kandian National Park. Kandian National Park with its geology has a unique landscape formed by natural factors such as surrounding sea and half-year-long offshore winds. And next is Lomeshiku. Lomeshiku is like a very famous place of our hometown. Lomeshiku was first excavated during the region of Emperor Xiaolin of Northern Wei Dynasty and expands through various dynasties, forming a vast complex of stone carving. And last is Hainan Confucius Temple with Shaolin Temple.
first is like Tainan Confucius Temple. The Tainan Confucius Temple built in 1665, 19-year-old Longyi region of the Ming Dynasty is the first Confucius temple in Taiwan and the first institution of higher learning established by Zheng Chenggong after he recovered Taiwan. It is known as the foremost school in Taiwan. And last is Shaolin Temple. Shaolin Temple was founded in the 19th year of Taihe region of the Northern Wei Dynasty. And the Shaolin Temple is famous for Chinese Kung Fu, like it's the original of Chinese Kung Fu. I don't know whether you guys have watched the movie named The Kill Bill. Like the main actress in it, like learn, go to China to learn China Kung Fu. If I'm the one to guess, I say the main character went to Shaolin Temple to learn Kung Fu. And also, like Henan is a very historical place in China. It's known as like 20 dynasties have spent its capital in Henan province. And six.
National Palace Museum, have you been there? Not yet, in Taipei? In China, yeah, one in Taipei, one in China. But there's history about, there's another kind of National Palace Museum in Beijing. And the difference is that from mainland, you remember a long time, like weeks ago, I kind of mentioned the history about KMT, kind of, moved to Taiwan. The National Palace Museum in Taipei, well, in Taiwan, we'll say we reserve these antiques or kind of treasures, but from mainland, they say actually they are stolen, by KMT, these, different perspectives. But I have to say, because KMT moved the antiques a lot, so to be honest, most of the very treasures, antiques are reserved in the National Palace Museum in Taiwan. Because at the time, the government kind of moved and so moved a lot. They took a lot. So it's worthy to have a look before you leave Taiwan, I have to say. Yeah, it's a must-see place. Yeah, so you can see a lot of tourists, but they'll go that area. Also, very good restaurants in that area as well. So I would highly recommend. Yeah, highly recommend. Okay. Yeah, another thing is that kind of Asia is very much influenced by the Confucius kind of ideology a lot. It's the way, like, it's the teacher-mentor level. So this kind of Confucius understanding is established a long time ago in the early dynasty. But you can see a lot of temples and schools are established by kind of giving reference to this kind of ideology and teaching method. Yeah, so it's very important, in especially Chinese culture. The influence from the Confucius is very important. And very important. So it's for your information. Yeah.
The next group from France.
Okay. But you're in all. Yeah. It's a group. We need to presentations.
No, this theory.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have no job for hard, but just depends if you want to talk about the current trends of that, so yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah,
has been done.
It's a trend, it's a French trend for fashion. Drink something.
So, hello everyone. We will introduce the French fashion trends with Leo. So, one of the most important style is the Stockholm style. So the first one, and it's mostly inspired by like northern countries in Europe, such as Denmark, Sweden,
Europe,
Norway, yeah, Northern Europe.
The second one is a trend from like maybe not that long ago. It's the style, the whole money. It's like a well dress for a shirt and everything. Yeah, it's yes, more like smart, like staying smart, I think. Yeah, so now we represent the Lacostean. So we call it like this because they have the Lacoste ensemble. And they have the Nike TNs. They are an important part of French culture. And the people in like the how do you say, in the banlieue, on the outskirts of Paris, like the poor areas, they dress like this.
It's like the hoodies.
Yeah,
It's like
it's not like it's like bad people. They buy functional.
It's like the rough area.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's mainly people from immigration. Yeah. So, yeah.
So in Taiwan, there's a very similar kind of local. Yeah, in Taiwan, there's a very similar kind of rough area kids or like bad boys style. We call it A+9. A+9 style. It's like the local kind of night market, grew up kids. They will wear that kind of, that kind of style. Yeah. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
And so we finished.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move to the next. Are you done? Or you can say it after, right?
I think just say.
So it's in general, they use like, yeah, standard is well. And my spending that's I'm not sure. Yeah. Yung rất nhiều đơn không ai biến đặt cái vô bằng cái rồi
It does not matter. I can explain it from this picture. If it's the title. Okay, this sharing doesn't work. But we in Germany, we have maybe a similar trend as the French. That does make sense because they're located right next to us. And the Lacoste TN trend is called Talahun trend. And is kind of like has a really bad reputation and stands for like the raising attractiveness of being like a bad person in Germany in the art culture, like to be a criminal, like a small criminal who sells drugs and something. So they will wear like fake designer clothing, and you can maybe imagine like fake, like really provocative Gucci crafts with the Gucci monogram and this Gucci or Louis Vuitton, like how is it called? Like the small bags around your pouch. And you can see them nearly, I think, mostly in every European big city. And this trend is called like Talahun, which is actually a term of, I think, Arabic that means come here. And now it's like the term for this kind of group of people who hangs around in the city looking like really dumb, I think. And most of the well-educated people do even like make fun out of this. But unfortunately, it's, yeah, getting kind of out of hand is getting a problem in the big cities because you'd be kind of unsafe because they carry around a lot of knives, and the knife crime is getting really a big problem too. And this style is very affiliated with this kind of things. Yeah, you can see like they are really young.
This one. Open
Open the and they are really young and they want to show. And
all fake.
And it's all fake, yeah. You can see like they're really young. It's like you can, yeah.
In Taiwan, we even a group of young people as well, teenagers. Yeah, they.
Maybe they find inspired. Yeah, just a interesting insight. And every like yeah, it's not a nice trend unfortunately, but you have to show the shadows of the Yeah, any questions to that?
Same dynamic still.
Sorry?
It's the same dynamic.
Yeah, I think so. I think probably it's a problem in most European countries, right? Yeah.
But when I live in London, every time.
Sorry?
When I live in London, back in London, I always see if you have kind of people wearing the whole set of Adidas with hoodies.
Yeah.
And that's another kind of fashion to signify your band. You're from rock area as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Taiwan, you rarely see these kind of things. Like, I don't know, somehow it's more difficult to judge people by the outfit. But it seems like in Europe, big cities, it's quite easy to categorize the people's kind of social class in their outfit.
Yeah.
But in Taiwan or in Asia, it's not. Sometimes it's more difficult to kind of split or to separate, or to judge their social class by only checking the outfit. Yeah.
So like like criminals, for example, you can't really divide them, or you
Yeah, in Taiwan, I think in Taiwan, well, I don't know, my own experience in Europe and Taiwan. It's not in Europe, I can normally in London, I can easily check which kind of social class he or she is categorized from. But in Taiwan, it's like you can't really tell. It's like everyone is middle class,
But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
For example, when I grew up in a bad
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
I wore
Yeah.
similar outfits and
Right.
it is difficult when you grew up around there because you are kind of
Yeah.
forced into this lifestyle because otherwise you get robbed.
I don't know, but my idea is that in the more kind of capitalized system, it's like the very post-capital kind of cities, it's easier to see this because I think with the kind of social structure and the system goes, it's easier to kind of categorize people by that. But in Taiwan, maybe the history is shorter. You know, normally in Asia or in Japan, sometimes it's difficult for me to kind of easily categorize them. In Europe,
In Taiwan, are there many like in German it's called like Kleinkrimineller, but actually translates to like small criminals who are like not doing the big criminal structure, just doing like the tiny criminal things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is this popular here too in Taiwan, or is this more like a structured criminality?
We sometimes call them the temple kids. If the people grow up with a kind of temple culture, sometimes they're more rooted, and then they're more rough because they join the kind of temple ritual activities a lot. They grew up maybe in a more rough area. Yeah, I think that's very similar.
Oh.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
You sometimes see that kind of kids, you know, they work together with some kind of festival together with the related to temple.
No, I haven't seen them yet.
I should show the photo later.
Or maybe I have seen and I didn't like recognize them.
Let me show you the ones of Taiwan, like rough kids, like.
So the Talabun equivalent in Taiwan. That's interesting. Cool.
对，8加9中半就好。Yeah, but like, how do you say? Let me check.
It looks similar somehow.
It's feel like this. Feel like this. Yeah.
But why 8 plus 9?
Yeah. And they normally ride bikes with loud bikes.
Okay, why 8 plus 9?
Yeah, I think you can see them in Salu. They're quite a lot in Salu. Not very skinny, you know. What's the meaning behind 8 plus 9?
Why 8 plus 9?
Why 8 plus 9? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Why 8 plus 9?